Stay calm, everybody. No need to panic, but holy moly, Transformers fans, the moment we've all been waiting for might just be upon us. But before we dive into the electrifying news of the day, do me a solid, and of course, if you guys enjoyed today's video, smash that thumbs up button, or else you're a Decepticon. Well, actually, I think a lot of people would like to be a Decepticon. Well, smash that thumbs up button if you're either an Autobot or a Decepticon. How about that? All right, so let's roll out into the details. Yes, plenty of cheesy jokes in today's video. But with that in mind, for those that don't know, let me get you all caught up with the most recent developments when it comes to Transformers video games. For those that don't know, just recently Microsoft got done gobbling up Activision like Unicron gobbles up a bunch of Cybertronian planets and energy. Essentially, once that transaction went down, we then began to obviously speculate, hey, what video games could Microsoft go back to their library of titles and republish now under their new umbrella? They could go into the insane backlog of video games that Activision has published and bring out some ginormously exciting hits. And that list is absolutely stacked with titles. I mean, we're talking about games like Spider-Man Web of Shadows, the Deadpool video game, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but at the very tippity top of that list, at least when it comes to today's subject matter, is of course the titles of Transformers War for Cybertron and Transformers Fall of Cybertron. And today's news is gonna get us all to start blasting some Linkin Park music and listening to epic Optimus Prime speeches, because holy moly, the folks over at TFW 2005, which for those of you that are not aware is one of maybe even the single biggest Transformers fan sites out there, went ahead and released a post saying that according to their sources, they've heard rumblings of not just one, but two official Transformers projects in the works from Microsoft. And here's the kicker. These projects are actually apparently slated to drop this year. And as if all that wasn't exciting enough, they also suggest the fact that the two projects that they believe them to be are going to be the previously mentioned War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. I am so freaking excited for that. Those games are incredibly awesome. I feel like they've become kind of like cult classics. The longer time has gone on, I feel like more and more people have been wanting to try these games out for themselves. And because they've not been available for sale for quite a while, this is a very exciting development. And just when I thought that things couldn't get any better, we then also got the following event happening as well, because the Australian Classification Board decided to turn up the heat to 11, because they listed not just one, but once again, two Transformers projects that are set to hit shelves in 2024 and will be produced by Microsoft Studios. So, I mean, at this point, we're getting very close to something that feels like is more a case of when, not if, this is actually happening, which is obviously extremely exciting. And this is Future Blitz kind of interrupting here, because honestly, as I was editing this video, we got even more news, because now over on Steam, the CD keys for a lot of Transformers titles just randomly got an update. So, I mean, the buzz just keeps on building, and I genuinely would not be surprised if right after I upload this video, we get an official announcement from Microsoft themselves about the fact that, yes, indeed, they're releasing two Transformers games this year. Oh, and I definitely don't want to gloss over the fact that these classifications that appeared on this Australian classification board also pointed to the fact that both of these projects would support online interactivity, suggesting that they will have online multiplayer to them, which is super duper exciting as well, because it suggests that we might get brand new servers that will allow us to recreate some of the chaos and fun of those original servers, because holy moly, these games are absolutely stellar on the multiplayer side of things, as well as, of course, the pretty fantastic campaigns that they offer as well. And yes, I do think it's important to also mention the fact that, yes, of course, Activision has indeed published tons of Transformers games. So it is not necessarily true that these two projects have to be the War for Cybertron or Fall of Cybertron video games. It could be one of their other titles. However, I don't really expect for Activision or Microsoft to be interested in re-releasing randomly any of the movie-based games, but I think that those are kind of excluded from possibility here. And that then leaves pretty much just War for Cybertron, Fall for Cybertron, and Transformers Devastation, which honestly, I would kind of be okay with if they re-released that game as well. It's actually a pretty valuable game nowadays in physical editions, so it would be cool if they made that available for everyone to purchase again. So I wouldn't mind that whatsoever. But of course, ultimately, my big hope is that we get a remaster or a re-release of these original cult classics. Because honestly, hopefully if this re-release sells well, maybe they would actually consider to do a full remaster where they would go back and like actually turn up the resolution and like make things feel a little bit more modernized. But nevertheless, even if we just get a re-release, I would be very excited. So there you have it, guys. Buckle up, because holy moly, if you're a Transformers video game fan, it sounds like this year just got a whole lot cooler. Not only do we have a Transformers movie coming out, but it looks like we're going to get to look forward to not one, but two Microsoft published titles coming out. So that should be pretty freaking exciting. Of course, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to leave a like. I'm going to go listen to Linkin Park music and Optimus Prime speeches, because let's be honest, that is one of the best ways that you can spend your time. But I also do want to say, in the iconic words of Optimus Prime, don't forget, transform and roll out.